YouTube, it's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back with the back of the day, guys, with a review of the upcoming Jordan 4 Fear. The Jordan 4 Fear is set to release tomorrow, November 16th, at a retail price point of $215. And it originally released back in 2013 and was inspired by the 2008 commercial by Jordan, Be Legendary, which the quote itself is featured on the box, and in the original 2013 models were inscribed on the actual insoles. Unfortunately, they didn't do that this time. And to be more particular, there was a Be Legendary campaign, and then the commercial itself was called Look Me in the Eyes. And the quote that is famous that you see here on the box as well as on these insoles, which says, "I'm scared of what I won't become. You're scared of what I could become." And I think that's a very, in my opinion, very strong statement, very strong thought process that we all deal with in life, where we can sometimes sit there and doubt ourselves and doubt how we may make it or whether or not we will fail. And people on the other side are looking at us and, they know that we're almost set up for success. They know that we have this greatness within us, but they're afraid of us being able to, access that and actually become that. We're over here worried about us not being able to do something. People are over there are worried about when it may happen or how bad it may happen. I'm sitting here wondering, whether or not I'm going to continue to keep doing the content I'm doing or continue the career that I'm doing. I'm worried. I've thought about it. I think about it all the time, right? But some people on the other end are like, what? You're worried about? I'm the haters, if anything, are sitting there worried that I might, grow too fast or continue to grow, and they want me to stop. It's like, it's a very strong left and right, kind of almost like we adore the people that don't look at us, and the people who do adore us, we ignore them. It's kind of like one of those things where it's just like a on and off, a revolving door of some sorts. With that all said, very dope quote, very powerful quote, and it's something that I have to think of myself at times and remember. With that said, though, we had the Jordan 4 Fear, which is also a part of the Fear pack that released in the 3, the 4, and the 5. And we had the 3 actually retro last year, the 4 retroing this year. With that said, more than likely we'll be getting the 5 coming into 2025. Get it? 23, 3, 24, 4, 25, 5. When the actual pack itself released, though, I think they all released in 2013. The 5 was the more sought after, exclusive, or limited, or just they sold out. All of them did fairly well. 5, I remember reselling for I want to say $300 to $500. I can't necessarily remember, but back then even shoes then were like $170, $180. So that $300 hit different than now we're $215, $300. It's a difference, obviously. But with that said, you have a whole entire upper of 3 shades of pretty much a black, charcoal, and a dark gray. And it's featured in this almost like a Durabuck type of material rather than a suede. The suede, I feel like personally this previous pair from 2013 was a little bit softer. I feel like the materials were slightly different in my humble opinion, but I could be wrong there. So yeah, I feel like the material was slightly different. I could be wrong here because I haven't held a pair in so long. I actually owned a pair at one point, but I no longer have that pair. But there seems to be some slight differences in that material, if I'm being honest. Another thing I didn't like about the shoe in general is the white sock liner. This tends to get extremely dirty, especially if you wear black socks or if you wear any type of socks. Be expecting that to happen. It's for them to darken up, but that's for any shoe, any Air Force One or anything of that nature. As far as the sizing goes, typical Jordan 4 sizing, I wear true to size. You have that gradient on the speckling that goes dark to a lighter, almost matte color, so a shine to sort of a matte transition on that gradient right there. And overall, a very solid shoe. You also have the netting of the Jordan 4 more in line with that old school Jordan 4 netting, which is pretty big, like a bigger, thicker, more ribbed, I would say, or whatever, the texturized, that Spider-Man spider web. Because you guys know Jordan 4s over the years, they've gotten very small with them. They've changed up over time, but this is more in line, from what I know, the more closer to the origins of the originals, or even I would say of the early 2000s, more in line with that bigger, bulkier webbing. You have the waffles that are in white as well, and I don't know, man, I cannot remember. I have to go and look at the actual video itself, but just looking at these, right, we did it on foot, and it seems like these things are wrinkling already. And I'm gonna be 100% honest, right? The material on these are not amazing. They're not that good. They're not horrible, but they're not good. For $250, There's better Jordan 4s out there, in my humble opinion. You can see already some wrinkling going on. This is not to discourage you and stop you from buying the shoe. If you want to buy it, go for it, man. Go buy the shoe. Like, I'm not trying to stop you. But I will say that I'm passing on this particular model. I think that they missed some spots, specifically on the box. You see they did a good job with that. But the insoles are just black with a white Jumpman. They don't feature the actual quotes that was stated on the 2013 pair. I didn't grab the Jordan 3 Fear either, you know, so it's not like it's one or the other. The 5s I definitely will pick up because I want the 5s. But the 4s and the 3s, I'm kind of good. I think they're solid. I think this is a great shoe that would match with a lot of stuff out there. You can pretty much put anything together with it. And I don't hate the shoe. It's just a pass for me. That's all. It's just a pass. So don't take it as an insult, okay? Please. You got, though, everything that you would want in that Jordan Fear. The colors, for the most part, everything like that matches up extremely well. It's just the materials is a little... What it really feels like to me, being 100% honest, it feels like suede that was wet several times and dried. You know, if you ever get suede wet and it dries up, it has like almost a matted type of look. That's how this kind of feels. It feels very flat and like matted. It feels like a dried suede, a suede that's been wet several times and then dried up and caked almost. To each its own, man. These will be dropping though tomorrow on the 16th. First come, first serve will be available over on Soul Play as well. And yeah, you know, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section if this is something that you're going to be grabbing or passing on. I love y'all as always. I appreciate y'all as always. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. The family is home. Peace.